I found an interview and some more information about Dragonheir and the future of our loved game. So in this video I'm sharing this with you. Don't forget to subscribe. Hello guys, my name is Wilson. I just found this page while I was checking on the internet about some more information about Dragonheir, and this is pretty interesting. This was published by Shinjuan, a game creator, on the QQ page, so all of this is translated, so keep in mind we will find some mistranslations here. And basically this is the story of the creator of this game, okay, the big boss, which is the Sigi, the name of him, I guess, is the head of this studio, the SGRA studio, and we're gonna have a look at this and I'm gonna share some of this information with you guys. So the guy that created this game has 10 years of experience in the MOBA field for the ones that don't know, and he has some experience in a Warcraft series, Warcraft 3. He was played on amateur competitions when he was young. He also played Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate series, and Divinity Original Sin series, and he's familiar with various Western fantasy games. So some of the inspiration he got from this game is from these games he played, and we can really notice that on Dragonheir Silent Gods. He played the Baldur's Gate as well, so some of the things you can find in this game. So this guy played in some of the projects of NetEase and Tencent, so he got quite of experience, and then he decided to chase his dreams. That's what he's talking about on this interview and all of this information. His dream was to create this pure retro-realistic Western fantasy style with huge graphics and a good game, which is Dragonheir Silent Gods. So when this guy started his journey, he created his team and established the SGRA studio, the one that we know. And of course, all of his experience helped a lot to create this game. And when he started this journey, it says here his plan, which is happening at the moment. So everything is according with his plan. It was to release it overseas first. So he released globally, and then return to China for release after accumulating a certain amount of revenue. So it looks like all of this was already planned. It was planned to release this game overseas for a few times to collect some amount of revenue to be able to release this game in his main country. Okay, so they encountered countless difficulties in the development process, like we just experienced when the ByteDance company sold this this game to Tencent. And one of the biggest difficulties this developer found was that the hardcore Western fantasy is a unique among domestic games, they say here, and it is, and that makes it a really difficulty because they don't have any other game to compare or to follow or to design the same way, and this way prevents some mistakes they are committing at this time. Then below here they are talking about D&D, so they thought it was a great combination to join D&D together with Dragonheir, so they negotiated a cooperation with Hasbro, so they have an official license for the future of this game with more content and more characters from D&D. They wrote 800,000 words of plot, 5 large maps, characters, everything. So this way Hasbro had knowledge about their project, how big it was, and how good and how well designed it was, and this way they agreed to create this cooperation between them and bring some great content about D&D in Dragonheir Silent Gods. So after 3 years of production, they invested more than 300 million won, and it was released in 2023. The Dragonheir Silent Gods was launched overseas. Okay, so it occupied the top 10 of the download lists with a first month turnover of 28 million, and now at the moment the cumulative revenue has now exceeded 500 million. Okay, they're already making profit with this game. And probably that's the reason why they decided now to release this game in China by this moment. Okay, this is talking about the gains, then they talk about the experience, how the game it is. I'm not gonna talk about it because everyone is aware how Dragonheir is, the characters, the gameplay, the skills that we have, so I'm just gonna skip all of that and then go to the future. Okay, so at the beginning, the position of this company was to release it at home and abroad. So after 4 seasons of accumulation in the international server, Dragonheir Silent Gods soon had enough confidence to meet domestic players. So that's what they are doing now. They are releasing the Chinese version. They already made several modifications, as we are aware. I just released a video yesterday talking about that. So this is a bad translation, liver and krypton, but they are reducing some of the currencies, maybe, and updating visual effects and Chinese exclusive characters. Okay, so I'm not sure if the Wukong and that new legendary will be available to our international server. Maybe it's just the Chinese exclusive characters, but we will see. So in the upcoming Chinese version, they're also reducing the amount of time spent on playing, and they say the time spent on daily material farming will be reduced from 3 hours to 15 to 30 minutes, so that's a lot. And I guess they are adding that feature of increasing the speed of the battle on every dungeon, because if you go from 3 hours to 15 to 30 minutes, it means you are really farming that fast, or maybe you're just getting more resources for each run, so that's amazing. I think that then it says here the price of card draws will also be greatly reduced. So my guess is that the amount of Heliolite dices or the PT to get a legendary will be reduced, according to what it's saying here. And they're also doing some changes, which it says here. Of course, there's some bad translating here, but I think they are meaning, when it says here the time spent on brushing, I think they mean farming, and they are trying to focus more on the leisure gameplays like fishing, climbing, and the towers, which are amazing. I don't know why we don't have it anymore since season 2. And this way, these casual modes can be played at any time, allowing players to have interesting experiences outside the main and side quests. So this is really great. So the plan for Sagis while releasing this Chinese server is that it's very simple. It's what it says here. We don't plan to make the plate too big. We just want to serve the group of Western fantasy fans in China well and provide them with pure Western fantasy mobile game, which is great. I mean, he was created there. He is born there, I guess. He's from China. He just wants to create the best game for his own community, for his own mother country. And he also says here he's always reassuring to hand over hardcore Western fantasy game to a group of hardcore Western fantasy fans. So this is really great. It's just a big interview and a big story of all this guy went through to create this game, all the experience he had. So this guy is not new on this market. It doesn't look like he's planning to finish with this game. I think he has much bigger plans, and they have this they have this agreement with Hasbro about Dungeons and Dragons, and according to what it says here on this article, it says it's very rare to create this type of agreement with a Chinese game company. As it says here, this behavior was commendable at the time because D&D had almost never been authorized Chinese game companies. Okay, so this was a privilege to have a cooperation between these two companies, okay, between this Chinese game company and Hasbro, which is great, and I don't think they want to lose it. They want to create more content, not just for Chinese server, but for the international server as well. Of course, we had some problems now with the merging of servers to Tencent from ByteDance, but I'm pretty sure they want to solve all of that and bring better content, all of these changes to international server. They don't talk about the international server here, but this is a website in China, so I'm pretty sure that's why they don't talk about much about our international server, because they want to focus on the Chinese server and all the content they are bringing to their own community. Okay, so this is all I wanted to share with you guys. I hope it was interesting for you guys as well as it was for me. And we're just gonna keep here playing our seasons, waiting for the merging of our server, and by the end of this year, I'm pretty sure we will have more content, more news, and more stuff in Dragonheir Silent Gods. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget, leave that like and subscribe to my channel to know more about Dragonheir. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.